everybody, welcome to this week's crystal channeling, and today I am channeling from Tourmalined Quartz. So this is clear quartz that has threads or pieces or chunks of black tourmaline growing through it. It is a natural formation, and it results in a really powerful crystal because you have the energy properties of black tourmaline amplified and magnified by the quartz, along with the quartz properties as well. But then it also creates this rather sort of interesting and unique energy pattern or frequency that's, I find, highly beneficial for clearing, cycling, purifying, and grounding energy. And that is, you know, in my Pro Crystal Healer program, that's one of the principal effects that we use with this crystal in healing to help with that cycling, that clearing. It can clear blocked energy. It can clear psychic debris and energy debris from the aura. So it's a really powerful crystal, and a lazy girl way of working with this crystal is to place it under your pillow or even at your feet at night when you're sleeping to help clear your aura off. So really powerful, and just a lovely crystal to work with. Certainly clear quartz and black tourmaline are really popular crystals, and they're popular because of all of you know, their multitude of benefits. So I'm gonna begin to just come into my center, come into my place of quiet, and open up to this energy as it flows through. And I immediately feel, like, right away, I feel the energy of this crystal circle round my aura, and it's almost like I see waves of energy, almost like this, going all around my aura, beginning to clear my aura, but also, you know, really raise my frequency. When we talk about clearing energy and purifying energy, you know, oftentimes, most times, perhaps all times, what's happening is as our frequency is increased, our vibration becomes faster. Anything that can't meet those levels of energy is either repelled or transmuted or dissolved. And so I'm feeling that through my energy, and I'm also feeling it through lines of energy in the body. And this doesn't, what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling is not, it could definitely be meridians. It could be energy meridians, absolutely, that this energy is traveling through. And this is quite interesting, actually, what I'm being told and what I'm being shown. I recently had this biofeedback session, which was phenomenal. It was so great. And one of the things they were talking about is, you know, in surgery, when organs are removed, teeth are removed, you know, anything of that ilk, when the body experiences trauma on that level, it can damage meridian lines or sever meridian lines, and then they have to be reestablished. And it reminded me a lot of how geopathic stress can be formed, you know, in the earth when we've got, you know, something similar that happens either naturally or you know, created by human beings. But anyway, what I'm seeing is as these lines of energy are going through my body from this crystal, it's reestablishing and or strengthening these meridian lines. So for any of you who work in terms of acupressure, acupuncture, and of course you have obviously modalities that address this as well. But any of you that work with meridians, or if you have clients, or even if this is for yourself and you have experienced that, literally just holding on to this crystal in your receptive hand, which is your non-dominant hand, starts to strengthen, clear, repair any of those lines. And it's really, it's magnificent actually to watch this. What a stupendously healing crystal. This is definitely a teaching that I will be integrating into my crystal program this year, because this is great. All right, so I'm seeing this, and I'm also seeing, what's that? Ah, okay. And so I'm also seeing the energy run along the nerves, the nervous system, the central and peripheral nervous system. Literally seeing it running along these nerves. And what it's also saying is for people who have circulatory issues, low circulation, circulation problems, along with whatever you're doing that's prescribed by your doctor and everything else, you can also incorporate daily work or acute therapeutic work when you need it with tourmaline quartz. And you can either place it locally on the sort of, if there's like a specific area, let's say, you've got low circulation going down through the legs into the feet, you can place it on the legs, place it on your calves or your shins, even at your feet, to help draw more blood flow down, more healing flow of chi down. Or you can also, again, just hold it, and it helps to increase that energy. That energy flow. Oh, great. So this is some guidance for psychics, mediums, people who channel, also people who channel healing energy, like Reiki healers and other healers who work specifically with channeling energy for healing, those modalities. What I'm seeing is if you, and we're human, right? So we have days where maybe we feel our energy is low. Maybe we didn't get a lot of sleep last night. We feel fatigued, or we ate the wrong thing, or we're just feeling kind of muddled or unclear. And there's so many things that can stop up that channel. I know in my experience, anger, stress, dairy can really kind of stop up that channel for me. So what it's showing me is if you're feeling that, but you need to bring your energy up, clear off your channels, come back into that place of soul and divine alignment so that you can do your work, either to be of service to others or to service to yourself. Again, you can hold tourmaline quartz or even wear tourmaline quartz to allow all that energy to start to clear off and to help reestablish. It's interesting. This is definitely a theme through this channeling. Reestablish that energy, that line of energy, that energy of connection from divine, from higher realms down, again, in a way that is alignment with our own energy so that we come back into center. So definitely a theme here in terms of clearing, reestablishing, strengthening lines of energy. And I do also see how it helps to cycle energy. So especially if we feel like we need an energy detox, we focus a lot on physical detox, but also energy detox in terms of cycling, clearing energy. I remember I bought a pendant of tourmaline quartz to wear when I was doing this public speaking engagement, just to help cycle any energy that might be coming at me from the group or whatever. And again, not in any kind of defensive way, because the second you get into that mindset, you get fear-based and more energy can hit you, but just helping to cycle and clear energy that's coming in. So again, you can be really in alignment, really in tune while you're doing your work or speaking to people or whatever it might be, even just working in toxic environments. Now, one of the things that's also coming through that I think is really beneficial advice is I had mentioned sleeping with it at night to help clear your energy. That is beneficial. However, for some people, and this is again where you have to honor your individual or subjective experience with crystals, because we're all different. For some of you, you may become too wired. It may just become too much energy flow because you've got that black tourmaline, which is very high frequency, the quartz, which is very high frequency, and it can keep you up at night. So if you place it under your pillow and you find 20-30 minutes, you're still not dropping down, you know, into that sleep cycle, it's recommended that you take it off and put it aside. Depending on the size of the crystal, as long as it's about 3 feet away, then it shouldn't affect your energy. But just be mindful of that. And what is this final thing that I'm seeing? Oh, well, that's very interesting. So for those of you who are shadow workers, so you clear darker energies, darker energy attachments off the aura, out of spaces. Any of you who do energy clearings, you know, spatial clearings, one of the things that it's showing me that it also helps to tap you into and tune you into is being able to see shadow, denser, darker sources of energy in a space. This is what I'm seeing in a space. So if you're doing a clearing and you need to get specific, because we can do general clearings, but then we've got to become specific if there are things that are still hanging on in that space. This helps you fine-tune your senses so you can see where those darker shadow, you know, energy areas or thought forms or entities or whatever they might be in a space to help support you in clearing. And so that's very interesting as well. And so I'm feeling the channeling wind down. And you know, I have to admit, I also feel like I was just starting to get deeper into the crystal as well. So this is another crystal that I may come back to at some point of time, if it resonates for you guys, to do a second channeling, kind of like a part 2, which I do have planned for Pneumite, because I know a lot of interesting energy came through Pneumite. So that's the channeling. That's the channeling for Tourmalined Quartz. So I hope that that was of service to you. And next week, I will be doing a really special channeling with a blue Terra Japan Law scalpel quartz that I got from my friend Steve. So special channeling next week. And then also really happy announcement, just quick before you guys go. I will be announcing my teaching schedule for this year for the Crystalline Academy. We've got 2 Pro Crystal Healer programs this year, and also a Crystal Mediumship Certification that'll be starting in the summer of this year. So stay tuned for those announcements. Join my newsletter if you're not already on there. The link is in my description and bio, and I will see you guys next week. So thanks so much for joining.